which I really like about the GIM program. If a recruiter says, you know what, the industry needs more candidates who can learn, let's say, who know Python. Next thing you know, in the very next year, that was implemented to our juniors. With B schools such as GIM and other B schools, which are fairly reputed and have been there for several years, you have a very, very strong alumni committee, alumni relations committee, and alumni are all over the world, they're all over the country in various roles, in various organizations. That's one of the big advantages. You have access to this large alumni pool.
Will be moving towards your journey in GIM. So, can you shed some light on how is the curriculum in GIM and what is the course duration? What are all the subjects subjects and the skill that were focused during the program?
It's a 2 year full-time residential program on campus. It's a beautiful campus nestled in the Sahyadri Hill. Magnificent campus. You will love staying there. Of course, you have to stay there. You have no other option. It's a fully residential program. First year, like any MBA program, it's hectic, it's rigorous. Deadlines are short. There are a lot of assignments. There are a lot of coursework. You have there is. It's not like MBBS or BDS. You can't bunk. The concept is not there. There is attendance. GM is very, very strict on attendance. So in case you miss more than one class per course, you're downgraded by point 0.2. Your CGPA will go down by a small fraction. So that will affect your CGPA, which in turn will affect other things. So in that way, the course is very strict. So some of the freedom that we have in MBBS, we have to let go of that. You will have to come to class every day, and you will, because the course is beautifully well structured. Some of the faculty are extremely well talented, well trained. They also are from various reputed institutions. They have fellowships. They've worked abroad. They worked on several projects. They've chaired so many things. Some come with industry experience. So all the learning opportunities is tremendous. And the courses are routinely evaluated both by the industry mentors. There is a group of industry mentors who are mentoring this program. There are also the recruiters who come and they give their feedback, and their feedback is routinely incorporated, which I really like about the GIM program. If a recruiter says, you know what, the industry needs more candidates who can learn, let's say, who know Python. Next thing you know, in the very next year, that was implemented to our juniors. So there is that. So the best part about the program is it has wide, diverse electives that you can pick in second year based on what industry you want to go into. You can pick program management. You can pick strategic management in healthcare, brand management in healthcare. You know, healthcare operations. If that's your interest, you can pick such courses. Or you like Python, you can take courses on Python. So there's a wide variety to pick from in second year. First year, you have your base subjects. You have a common marketing, finance, operations, organization behavior, HR. You study this as any MBA student does. You study this. In second year, the tuned to healthcare. In first year, also few subjects are tuned to healthcare.
All right, doctor. So it is just like in the first year, we have more toward the management and a small portion towards healthcare, and second year is more specifically about the healthcare.
Yes,
All right,
correct.
doctor. So, like, what are the resources you have access for your personal growth in during the program?
One, you can approach the faculty, any of the faculty. All the faculty are constantly working on some of the other project, or they're looking to publish some paper or another. You can always work with them. You can have your name in the paper along with them. You can work on publishing the paper. If you find any interest, or if you find any topic of your interest, you can approach the faculty and co-author a paper with them. You get access to all of the latest magazines, subscriptions. You'll get subscriptions to LinkedIn Premium. You'll have all of the facilities offered by the college. You can make the most of that. In addition, of course, there are live projects. There is a club on campus, and also the live project will come to the placement committee as well. Live projects are remote opportunities where you can work with the company for about a month or 2 months, where you might get a small stipend, but a wonderful opportunity to learn. You can do a project. Like I had the opportunity to work on a live project in the second year. So the projects are entirely in the domain of strategy, launching a new product, how to launch a product in a difficult market, how to develop a go-to-market strategy. The learning there is just immense. And also, of course, you have, as part of the course also, you have strategic project missions. You also have sports simulations, marketing simulations, all of that is there.
All right, Doctor. Doctor, can you walk us through your ideal day as a student in GIM?
Uh, Ideal day as a student in JI. Okay. Most of the students, at least in my batch, usually they end up being part of some other club or committee. So that takes up a lot of your time. So, as with any MBA college, there are several clubs and committees on campus. You have your food club, cultural club, you have marketing club, HR, operations, all of them. Then you obviously have two very responsible committees on campus, the student committee, the student SAC, that they call it, and the placement committee. One unique aspect of GIM, as with several other B schools, is entirely student driven. So everything on campus is entirely student driven. So all the clubs are student driven. So this gives you a great hands-on learning experience. So you learn firsthand. So you're already a manager while you're a student. So for example, the food that is being arranged for the students on the mess on special occasions on a daily basis, running the operations of the mess entirely by the committee of 6 students. No faculty is going to intervene. It's entirely by them. Similarly, the placements are also entirely student driven. Of course, there is a placement chair who's a faculty member, but the placement for the HCM, for example, are driven by 6 students. I was one of them. I had 5 other batchmates. So we are responsible for interacting with the HRs, the recruiters, the companies, getting them on campus, getting them for interactive sessions, looking after their accommodations, then coordinating the recruitment process, ensuring that all the 50 odd students are placed in the companies, ensuring that the average is maintained, ensuring that we increase the highest placement, all of that, ensuring that we get new companies on campus. So opportunities like this you will never get in any other course, be it MBBS, PDS, any other UG course. Very rarely do you get these opportunities. You need to make the most of it. So I would highly recommend you join any club or committee on campus if you're pursuing your MBA. And if you're part of this, your everyday activity is you get up, you have an early morning class. First year, you don't get to pick your lectures. You have to go early morning. You go from, let's say, 9 a.m. to 1, then you have a break, 1.5 hours. Then again, you have a couple of classes in the evening, and then you go back. If you're part of a club or committee, immediately after that, you meet up with your club mates, committee mates, you start working there. So MBA life is very dynamic. People work late nights. GIM, people hardly sleep sometimes. So when they're not working, there's a fair share of fun. People have fun also. On campus, they have crazy parties, all of that. That aspect of social life is also there. Then immediately again the next day starts. So that way it's a little hectic. In between, you have to finish your assignments. You will have quizzes every 15 days, every 30 days. It's not like MBBS. This is going to be a big shocker for MBBS and BTS students, especially from India. It's not like one exam at the end of the year. It's not like that. Or every internal every 3 months. Every 10 days there is something. Every 15 days there is something. There is a quiz. And all of these are components. They all have marks which add up to your CGPA. So CGPA concept will be relatively new for MBBS students. It's not just pass fail. You have to work hard. You need to maintain your CGPA. So you do badly, it goes down a bit. You do well, it goes up a bit. So this will be a little new for the students. So it's a wonderful experience, no doubt about it. Everyone should have that experience.
All right, Doctor. So one of the follow-up question I was going to ask about the different clubs and committee. I think you have answered this pretty much in this question. So moving to the next question, that is, what are the networking opportunities and what is your batch size? And are all your batchmates from healthcare background or they are from the diverse background?
Okay, GM, the healthcare management program, as of now, has restricted intake. They selectively take only 60 students into the program. Uh, in the future, they may look to expand it, but right now it is only 60 students. There is a profile-based evaluation. So they do have a tendency to take students from a healthcare background because that's the whole objective of the program. However, that is not entirely the case. You will have a small section who are engineers, who are from a non-medical background. Maybe they are a BCom, or from a commerce or finance background. So you will have these section of students as well. And you also have your healthcare students. And healthcare is not MBBS. MBBS, we think, okay, healthcare is just MBBS and BDS. No, there's so many courses, and all of them are there. You have physiotherapists, you have dentists, you have people with BSc and MSc in biotechnology, microbiology, you have nurses, you have everyone studying there. And the networking opportunity is great because you meet people from all over the country, to people with diverse work experience. The person working with you on a project could be a 22-year-old who's just out of college, or somebody who's 27, 28 with 4 years of work experience. So that learning you get from them is just unparalleled. The guys who are from a BCom background, they're already good with their finance, their Excel, all of that. You coming from healthcare background, you might find it a little interesting, but you have that edge in some of the healthcare electives. So overall, it's a wonderful learning experience, I think. And the networking opportunities are just unparalleled, especially if you're part of a committee, especially the placement committee or the SAC committee. There, the networking is great. And with B schools such as GIM and other B schools, which are fairly reputed and have been there for several years, you have a very, very strong alumni committee, alumni relations committee. And alumni are all over the world, they're all over the country in various roles, in various organizations. That's one of the big advantages. You have access to this large alumni pool. So all of this adds to your networking skills. You can meet people. I have contacts with so many HRs, so many alums. All I would not be possible had I not done an MBA. Even with the LinkedIn subscription, you can't get so many contacts, so many networks, access to so many people. So that way, the networking is just unparalleled with any MBA.
All right, sir. Sir, does GIM also offer student exchange program?
Yes, yes. JM has a very, very well-known student exchange program. We have students coming in from foreign universities here, and our students also get the opportunity to go. Uh, you can do your last semester entirely in a foreign university. In addition, you also have these 2 week programs where you go to a MBA school. When I was studying, a group of my batchmates had gone to Greece. So they go to MBA school there, work on a project, complete that successfully, and come back. So you have that. You have an exchange of about 2 weeks. So that option is also there, and the option of a last semester, entire semester exchange is also there. So several students from the core program I remember had gone to Netherlands, I believe, Portugal. These are popular schools that are in tie to GIM. So that is there. That is definitely there, and that also adds value. And if you're interested, you can definitely sign up for that as well.
All right, doctor. Thank you so much for this insight. So the one of the very important question when someone considers a college, particularly the management course. So can you tell us what is the fee structure of GIM?